Imagine this. It's barely dawn, and two cop cars screech into your driveway, lights pulsing like a bad acid trip, all because some power-drunk HOA busybody decided your morning coffee ritual makes you public enemy number one. There I stood, mug in hand, staring down officers who looked ready to draw, while she, Evelyn Hargrove, the self-appointed queen of Willow Creek Estates, lurked in the shadows, her arms folded like she'd just orchestrated the heist of the century. Little did she know, the real crime was her own empire of petty tyranny, and I had the smoking gun that would turn her smug grin into handcuffed hysterics. My name's Marcus Riley, 52, a retired Navy SEAL turned cybersecurity consultant, living in the sleepy suburbs of Austin, Texas. Divorced, with a daughter in law school and a son backpacking through Europe. I'd seen enough action in the sandbox to last a lifetime. Explosions, ambushes, the kind of chaos that makes you appreciate a quiet plot of land. 6 months back, I snagged 2.8 acres on the fringe of Willow Creek, a cookie-cutter neighborhood of 142 homes slapped together between 2016 and 2020. The appeal? Space for a home gym and a small observatory, yeah. I'm that guy who stares at stars to unwind. The property boasted a massive pecan tree out front, its leaves whispering secrets in the breeze, and the air always carried that fresh Texas earth scent mixed with barbecue from distant grills. But peace? That lasted about as long as a politician's promise. When I closed the deal, my land was firmly outside the HOA's grip. I had a fresh 2022 survey to prove it. The boundary snaked 150 feet west of my fence line. I double-checked because, let's face it, HOAs are the suburban equivalent of a bad rash. Itchy, persistent, and always showing up where they're not wanted. Willow Creek charged $420 monthly dues for community enhancement, which apparently meant fining folks for mismatched curtains or kids' lemonade stands. Then, bam, right after I moved in, the HOA snuck in a boundary correction, filing with the county clerk. No heads up, no vote, just poof. My acres were now under their thumb. Enter Evelyn Hargrove, 47, a part-time event planner who'd clawed her way to HOA president 2 years prior. Picture her. Pearls choking her neck, hair sprayed into a helmet of blonde perfection, voice like a blender grinding ice sharp, grating, and utterly devoid of warmth. Her SUV sported a vanity plate, HOA first. Subtle as a sledgehammer. Rumors swirled about her like mosquitoes at dusk. Liens for unsightly flower beds, evictions over late payments that snowballed into 5 figures, and a particular chill toward the handful of immigrant families and blue-collar types. She treated the neighborhood like her personal fiefdom, quoting standards like scripture while ignoring her own peeling driveway. It started innocently enough. Week 1. A glossy envelope arrives, reeking of lavender perfume and passive aggression. Inside, a $3,000 fine for my unauthorized observatory dome, which I'd built pre-annexation. I fired back an email with my survey deed and a polite note from my old military buddy who's now a paralegal. Respectfully, ma'am, I'm not part of your club. Crickets. Then, week 4, she shows up unannounced, heels sinking into my lawn like daggers, phone out snapping pics like a tabloid paparazzo. Mr. Riley, she coos. All sugar and venom. This structure is a blight on our community's aesthetic harmony. We're all about unity here. Think of the property values. I lean on my porch rail, arms crossed. Unity? Like how you united my land without asking. Get off my grass. Evelyn. She huffs, mutters something about precedence, and clip-clops away, leaving divots in the soil that I had to rake over. By week 6, the letters escalated. $6,500 now, plus $200 daily accruals, threats of liens and lawsuits. For the good of the collective, it read, like some dystopian manifesto. I chuckled bitterly. I've negotiated with warlords who were less demanding. That evening, my neighbor Javier Morales, a grizzled auto mechanic in his late 50s with a thick Mexican accent, swung by with a six-pack. "These HOA pendejos," he grumbled, cracking a cold one. "They're vampires in khakis. Suck you dry till you sell out." He wasn't wrong. I'd heard whispers, the Ramirez family, fined into oblivion for a trampoline. Old Mrs. Patel, nearly foreclosed over a $300 late fee that ballooned to $9,000. Evelyn wasn't just enforcing rules. She was running a racket, padding her pockets while preaching morality. I kept my cool, documented everything in a spreadsheet, timestamps, photos, emails. Ignored the fines. That's when she dialed it up to 11. Filed a police report claiming I was a hostile squatter on HOA-protected land, and that I'd menaced her during her visit. Total fabrication, but effective. Cue the dawn raid. 6:47 a.m. Sirens wailing. Officers pounding up my drive. Sergeant Diaz, a stocky vet himself, approaches warily, partner fidgeting behind. I step out slow, hands up, SEAL training kicking in. "Officers, morning." This about Evelyn Hargrove's tall tale. Diaz nods, notepad ready. Report says trespass and threats. "Your version." I nod inside. "Got proof. Mind if I grab it?" They follow my moves as I retrieve the folder. Survey, title, emails, even ring cam footage of her trespassing first. Spread it on the cruiser's hood, the papers fluttering in the breeze. Diaz pores over it. Radios dispatch, cross-checks county maps on his tablet. Evelyn watches from afar, her sunglasses reflecting the flashing lights, lips pursed in anticipation. Minutes tick by. Finally, Diaz straightens. "Ma'am," he calls. "This is civil, not criminal." "Mr." Riley's docs check out, his land's his. Her facade shatters. She storms over, pearls clacking. "Excuse me?" I demand enforcement. As a taxpayer, Diaz cuts her off. Deadpan. "We don't police flower arrangements or whatever your bylaws say. Take it to court." She sputters like a faulty engine, yanks open her SUV door with a screech, and roars off, leaving skid marks and the acrid stench of rubber. Diaz hands me his card. "Off record. Buddy, record everything. These HOA types escalate when cornered." I nod. Cruisers pull away, and I'm left fuming. This wasn't about dues. It was personal. Evelyn saw me as a threat to her throne. I rang up my lawyer pal, Sofia Vargas, mid-40s, sharp as a tack, who'd handled my divorce pro bono after I fixed her firm's network hack. "Boundary grab without notice? That's fraud. Marcus. And those fines? Predatory." She dug in, uncovered more. 8 families drowning in penalties, like the young Wilsons, slapped with $7,200 for a playset. Evelyn's regime was a shakedown. Sophia fired off a cease and desist, retract fines or face harassment suit. Filed a county complaint too. Texas law mandates certified mail for boundary shifts. I got zilch, voiding the whole mess. Knowledge bomb 1. Always verify notices. Botched service nukes their claims. Evelyn's retaliation? Swift and stupid. Javier tipped me off. Emergency board meeting. Her ranting about insubordinate squatters undermining authority. The board, 5 lapdogs in polos, voted to sue. Days later, at the grocery store, the Wilsons corner me, baby on hip. Marcus, your lawyer. Can she help? We're buried. Turns out, 12 households were victims. That night on my porch, Javier and I nursed beers under the stars. Evelyn's got that HOA delusion, I said. Thinks she's queen bee in a hive of drones. Javier laughs. More like wasp in a kiddie pool. Stings everyone but can't swim. Phone buzzes. Anon text with a pic of my truck at the store. Eyes on you. Creepy. But I've faced worse. Installed cams pronto. Week 8. HOA sues for covenant enforcement, claiming the corrected map binds me. Their lawyer, Harlan Fisk, a sleazy 60-something with TV ads promising quick wins. Sophia counters with dismissal motion, adds fraud and abuse claims. Discovery unleashes hell. Subpoenas for finances, minutes. Boom, the annexation lacked notice. Invalid. Knowledge drop 2. Scrutinize service. It's their Achilles heel. Harassment intensifies. Inspectors, Evelyn's buddies, snap pics weekly. Wake to neon violation stickers on my observatory. Fence. Even car, gooey messes reeking of glue and grudge. Javier's cam catches one climbing my bins for a peek. Trespass gold. I log it all. Cloud-backed. Sophia's team spots $120,000 vanished from HOA books, consulting fees, admin perks. Minutes show Evelyn's side gig LLC pocketed $15,000 for services, duplicating the pro manager. Embezzlement City. Wilson hosts a covert barbecue meet. 14 families spill guts. Fines for solar panels. Texas protected. A widow's fees exploding from $250 to $8,000. Class action. I float. Sophia. Incognito. Nods. Viable. Evelyn sniffs it out. Board spouse rats. Slaps organizer assessments. $800 per month penalties. We get notices next day. Extortion in fine print. Night cam nabs a vandal tagging freeloader on my dome. Background? Evelyn's SUV. Plate half visible. Sent to Sophia and Diaz. Vandalism, Diaz confirms. Patrols up, scrubbing the paint. The gritty texture biting my sponge. I seethe. Her games hit home when my daughter texts. Dad, rumors say you're in deep trouble. Sleepless at 2 a.m. Pouring docs. Sophia calls. Property flips in Willow Creek. Check this. Spreadsheet. 4 HOA foreclosed homes bought cheap by Evelyn's LLC and board kin. 35 to 45% under market. Fine. Default. Snatch. Flip. Racketeering vibes. Sophia amends suit with RICO. Alerts Texas Real Estate Board. Evelyn's planner license at risk. Go public, I urge. Hesitant. I'm low-key but Wilson, a blogger, pitches Austin Chronicle. Evelyn panics. Settlement offer via Zoom. Drop claims. NDA. Fines wiped. Fisk smirks. Smart move. Discovery's messy. I retort. Tell Evelyn I don't deal with crooks. Court it is. Her bluff called, she's terrified. Phone dings. Title notice. HOA's common areas foreclosing. $1.1M loan delinquent 15 months. Auction soon. Light bulb. Buy it out. Got the beast. Week 11. Lien hits my land despite contest. Judge temp allows. Freezing sales. Evelyn whispers poison. Facebook posts about leeches dragging us down. Neighbors shun me. Son calls worried. Coffee fueled. I mine records. More flips confirmed. Pattern ironclad. Media breaks. Chronicle headline, HOA horror. Predatory president exposed? Story explodes. TV picks up. Evelyn's bored freaks. But she doubles down. Frivolous smears from malcontents. Harassment peaks. Fake complaints to city code enforcement. My observatory inspected thrice. Cam catches Evelyn lurking. Stalking charge potential. Community meet swells to 22 families. We form alliance. Petition dissolve HOA under Texas statute for fraud. Court date looms. Evelyn testifies. Pearls gleaming. Voice quivering faux innocence. I'm just upholding standards for our beloved community. Sophia grills. Standards like embezzling $120,000? Flipping foreclosed homes. Evelyn stammers. That's administrative necessities. Gallery murmurs, her hypocrisy hangs thick. Fisk objects wildly. But Judge Vickers, stern in robes, allows. Sophia drops bomb. Forensic audit. Affidavits. Evelyn sweats. Excuses piling like bad debt. It was for the greater good, property values. Mid-cross. Side door swings. Detective Ruiz enters with uni. Hands warrant to judge. MS. Hargrove. Arrest warrant. Embezzlement. Fraud. Perjury. Room freezes. Ruiz Mirandas her calmly. Evelyn shrieks. This is outrageous. I have connections. Cuff snap. Metallic click echoing like karma's gavel. She glares at me. You'll pay for this. Mascara rivers down her face as she's let out. Heels dragging. Judge clears throat. In light of evidence. HOA insolvent and fraudulent. Dissolution granted. MS. Vargas as receiver. Ratification vote in 30 days. Riley's counters. Granted. Damages separate. Gavel thuds. Court erupts. Cheers. Hugs. 20 shake my hand. Widow clutches. You saved my home. Outside. Media frenzy. Feels like justice, I say. For 142 families. Reporters probe. Next. Community trust, transparent. Fair. Advice. Document. Unite. Fight. Silence empowers bullies. Cleanup swift. Ruiz expands probe. Board used funds for flips. 2 arrested. 1 flips. National news. CNN. Fox. I limit interviews. Sophia voids foreclosures. For families reclaim homes. $220,000 disgorged. Wilson's blog hits 1.8 M views. Sparks reform. Texas intros HOA oversight bill, audits. Fee caps. Notices mandatory. Ratification at Clubhouse. 132 turnout. 126 yes to trust. Dues drop to $50 per month. 88% cut. Rules? Safety only. No cosmetic nonsense. Community garden sprouts. Scholarships from my $65,000 damages donation fund 2 kids. Evelyn pleads guilty. 4 years prison. $210,000 restitution. License yanked. Her McMansion forecloses cheap. Buyers? New family fleeing HOAs. Irony delicious. Spring blooms. Pecan tree shades my observatory. Stars clearer without drama. Javier toasts. Regrets? None. New couple stops. Thanks to you, no HOA hell. Victory? Free lives. Trusting neighbors. Systems serving folk. But here's the kicker. Was Evelyn the real villain? Or just a symptom of a system that lets petty tyrants thrive? True or false? Drop your take below and share if you've battled an HOA beast.